Okay. So is my voice audible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Yes,
in the
ma'am.
last class, we have studied the concept of BFS, and there we have just written the pseudocode. We have understood the pseudocode. Pseudocode means like in sort of words, the actions which are going on, those actions we have jotted down. We have written in words. But whenever you people will be required to write the algorithm, you cannot write the pseudocode. You need to write the algorithm. So that algorithm I will write today first, and then we will switch on to the next topic, that is depth first search, DFS. Okay. So suppose that the BFS concept is applied on any graph. So I have written BFS within brackets graph. Now this BFS will be applied for what? For all the vertices that are belonging to graph. What was the concept? First, all the vertices, we are considering it to be unvisited. First, all the vertices was unvisited. So initially we were setting all vertices to be unvisited and all the edges to be undiscovered. Then I will choose any start vertex and I will add that vertex to the level and I will visit that vertex. Then I will decide that the edges which are incident on that vertex, that edge is an undiscovered edge or that edge is a discovered edge. So after that, all the condition checking will be done. So for the first stage, my input is the graph and my aim is the traversal type. And initially I am thinking that all the vertices are unvisited and all the edges are undiscovered. So what will I write when I will need to write it in form of algorithm? Okay. So this is the first part. From here to here, this is the first part, my initial stop. That is for all the vertices that belong to the set of vertices in my graph. So G dot vertices, I am setting it to be unvisited, and for all the edges that belongs to the set of edges, that is for this graph, that is G dot edges, I am setting the level to be undiscovered. First step I have done. Next is that I will start with a source vertex, right? So suppose that vertex I am naming as S for source vertex. So first I will do what? I will choose a start vertex. I will choose a start vertex or a source vertex, whatever you may name it. This start vertex will be from the set of vertices in my graph, and I will set this label to be unvisited. This is my unvisited. I mean, since I have first set all my levels as unvisited of all the vertices, and I'm taking one vertex from that set of vertices, then my level will be an unvisited one. So if it's an unvisited one, I will add this start vertex to the list, and then I will change the level of this start vertex to be a visited one. Fine. So for this portion, what I will write? for all the start vertex that belongs to the set of G dot vertices, if the label of this start vertex is unvisited, which will be when I am first starting my algorithm, then I will do what? I will add this vertex first to my level, that is to my list. I will add to the end of my list this start vertex, and then I will set the label of this start vertex to be a visited vertex. First we were doing that, right? Now, for the first level 0, in my example, I took A. Then for level 1, you will see there was B, there was C, there was D. So like this, all the level by level things were happening. So for the first, from level 0, how did I reach to level 1? I included the start vertex in my first level. Then I popped out. I removed the vertex from this level and I looked to the other vertices which can be reached from this vertex. So for that, I see that I can reach B, C and D from my vertex A, right? So while my level at any of the time, my level was not empty, I will remove one vertex from my level and I will again look for the edges which are incident on this vertex and which are undiscovered edges. So if the edges is as undiscovered, I will discover that edge and I will add that edge to my level, add that vertex to my level. And if it was already a discovered edge, then what I was doing, I was simply doing a cross edge, right? So whenever I will take one vertex, I will look for the other vertices which can be reached from these vertices. Then I will see that for all, suppose this was my graph actually, see, this was my graph. First I visited this, then I looked for the edges that are incident on this vertex and the edges which are undiscovered. So I can see this is an undiscovered, this is an undiscovered, this is an undiscovered edge. Fine. Then what did we do? We step by step took one vertex and once I will visit, I will change an edge to a discovered edge. I used to draw this double line and this thing to mark it as a discovered edge, right? So two possibilities were happening. It can be either that the vertex is already visited or it can be either that the vertex is not visited. If the vertex was already visited, I was drawing it as a cross edge, and if the vertex is not visited, I will set that edge to be a discovered edge. I will visit that vertex and I will add the vertex to my next level. So like this, the levels we were marking and the levels we were showing. So if I need to write that in the form of algorithm, how will I write? So in the next page, I will write the next section. So while my list is not empty, while my list is not empty, I will remove a vertex from the front of my list. I first checked for A, which are the edges that are incident on A. Then from the next level, I picked up B. I checked for B. Then I picked up C. I checked for C. Then I picked up D. I checked for D. So that means from the front side of my list, I am always removing one vertex after another, and I am checking for all the edges that are incident on that particular vertex. So for the first level, I picked up A and I checked for the edges. For the second, I picked up B, I checked for the edges. Picked up C, checked for the edges. So I will, from the list, from the front of the list, I will remove one vertex and I will take that vertex in my V and I will check for it. So for all the edges that are incident on my vertex V, what did I check? I checked if my level was undiscovered or it is already discovered, right? So if my edge is an undiscovered edge, what did I do? I just added this vertex to my list of vertices and edges, right? And if this was already a visited vertex, then that edge, I was setting the label to be the cross edge. Fine. This thing I was doing. And if that, so if it is already visited, I am setting that edge to be a cross edge. And if it is an unvisited one, unvisited vertex, then what will I do? First, I will set the label, that is, I will set the edge to be a discovered edge. Then I will include the vertex, that is the vertex, new vertex W, to the visited vertex list. Next, I will add to the end of my list the new vertex. These three works I am doing. So one for the if, one for all the edges, bracket closure, one for all the source vertices, bracket closure, one for the start of the BFS algorithm, that is this bracket, this closure. So this is the entire algorithm together. I am writing in separate pages because space was not there, but this from here, step by step, line by line, up to here is the total entire BFS algorithm. If it comes that you need to write the algorithm, this is the entire algorithm. Okay. I think most of you did not get it because since in the last class before the vacation we have studied the BFS concept, and in between I am pretty much sure nobody has gone through whatever has been taught. You people were enjoying your holidays. So again, after starting, if I am taking that topic and finishing it, so it's very much obvious that you people are not understanding. So for that, you people need to revise the topic which was discussed in the last class. So if you see the lecture number 16, which was taken on, I think, on 20 December, and then if you see today's recording, then I think it will be clear to you how step by step the entire procedure is written. Okay, so this is a very easy algorithm. When it comes to writing this algorithm, it's a very easy algorithm. It's not at all difficult. The same thing which you have learned theoretically, you are just writing it in the form of algorithm. But since there is a gap between you learned the topic and again today you are reopening the topic, maybe it is appearing a bit difficult to you, but it's very easy. So you see the lecture 16 recording and then you see today's recording, it will be very clear to you. Okay. So with this, the BFS algorithm is finished. Now we will move on to the next topic, that is the DFS algorithm, that is the depth first search. Now, we were studying that there is a difference in BFS and DFS. In BFS, we need to identify the levels. We will visit all the vertices in one level. We will finish it. Then I will go to the next level. I will finish it and so on. So level by level iteration was being done. Whereas in DFS, we keep on exploring the vertices, or we keep on visiting the vertices until we reach a dead end, from where there are no more edges to traverse from that vertex, and then we backtrack and we try to go back to the starting vertex. So the backtrack path which we are taking to go back to the starting vertex, that backtrack path is termed as our DFS algorithm. Okay. So suppose one example I will just show. Okay, so these all symbols, I think you people are already familiar with BFS also. We have learned these all symbols. So in depth first search, we will do what? We will simply traverse the graph. That is, we will visit all the vertices and the edges. But the technique is different. The technique is different in a way like we will go on visiting the vertices until we will reach to a dead end. What do we mean by dead end? Dead end means that from that vertex, we have no more edges to traverse to from that vertex. That vertex we will call at the dead end. And then we will backtrack and reach the starting vertex. Fine. So in the beginning, the same concept is there. All the vertices are unvisited, all the edges are undiscovered, right? Same concept in the beginning. Then I will choose a arbitrary start vertex. Same concept in BFS. So here I am choosing A to be the start vertex. First I will do what? First we do what? First we visit that vertex, right? So first step is, after this we will visit this vertex. Once I will visit the vertex, I will mark it to be a visited vertex. So I have marked it to be a visited vertex. Fine. What will be my next step? When I will choose an arbitrary start vertex and I have marked it to a visited vertex, then I will definitely look forward to the other edges or other vertices that can be reached from that vertex. So then the vertex we are visiting, it will be called my current vertex. So now A becomes my current vertex, because basing on A or based on A, we will search or we will look for the edges that will spawn from A, right? So now my A becomes that current vertex. See, I have just changed the symbol. This symbol of current vertex. Okay. So now since A becomes my current vertex, I will look at the edges that will spawn from A. Now, from this current vertex, I will take any undiscovered edge. Fine. If the adjacent node that follows is unvisited, I will visit it. So from A, you can see A to B, A to C, A to D, A to E. All the edges are undiscovered edges, right? So I can take any undiscovered edge. So I will first take serially, I will first take B. Fine. Once I consider the edge AB, it's as an undiscovered edge, I will see whether the node that follows, that means the node B that is connected to A for being the undiscovered edge, whether the node B is unvisited or not. You can see, yes, the node B is unvisited. If the node B is unvisited, I will visit that node. I will set the edges that is traversed to be discovered, and then I will mark it to be current vertex. Then I will do what? First, I will visit node B. I will mark this edge to be a discovered edge. Rest will be as it is. Then, once it is done, I will look for the vertices or the edges that can be reached from B. Once I will try to look for the edges that can be reached from B, this will be my current vertex. I have marked it. So, from B, you can see that I have a vertex C, which has an undiscovered edge. So what will be my next step? My next step will be C will be, I will convert it to a visited vertex. I will mark this edge to be a discovered edge, and the rest will be as it is. Fine. Once I will reach C, I will make C to be the current vertex and I will look for the edges that will spawn from C. Now, if I look from C, I can see a B, which is already a discovered edge. The undiscovered edges are AC, AD, and AC, CD, and CE. So if these three are undiscovered edge, among these three, you will see this is already a discovered vertex, right? So if the vertex that follows is already a visited vertex, then I will mark this edge to be a back edge, like this. Fine. So the next option that is left to me to mark is D. Once I will mark C as visited, I will change the label of CD to be a discovered class, right? Then I will reach D. I will set D to be the current vertex. Now, from this, only one edge is there as undiscovered, but that vertex is already visited vertex. So, this edge will be a back edge, right? So this is also a back edge, right? So this is a back edge. Now, if we arrive at any vertex which has no more undiscovered edges, then we must backtrack to the parent of that vertex. I have reached at a point D where one edge is a discovered edge and one edge is a back edge. So there are no more undiscovered edges. So I will backtrack from D to the parent of D. So the parent of D is C. Now, my current vertex will be the parent of that vertex. That is, C will be my current vertex. So now, C is my current vertex. Fine. Now, if I see there are no undiscovered edges, I will again backtrack to my previous parent of C. But before doing that, I am seeing that one edge is discovered, one edge is backtracked, one edge is discovered, but another edge is there, which is an undiscovered edge. So I will mark it as discovered edge. I will mark this vertex as a discovered vertex, right? Then I will mark this vertex as my current vertex and I will again check whether there are any undiscovered edges. I can see one undiscovered edge, but since this vertex is already visited, so this edge will be a backtrack edge, right? Now again, we have reached to a point where there are no more undiscovered edges from E. So since E has no undiscovered edges, I will backtrack to the parent of E. What is the backtrack of parent of E? C. C has no undiscovered edges. I will backtrack to the parent of C, B. B has no more undiscovered edges. I will backtrack to the parent of B, that is A. Now, after doing Okay, so since the class ended abruptly, so just for a few minutes, I have just reconnected with the class so that the topic was just I was saying, and in the mid, the class got ended. So the entire concept of DFS is what? The entire concept is like first, all the vertices are unvisited and all the edges are undiscovered. After that, we will choose an arbitrary vertex as the start vertex. We will visit that vertex and we will make it a current vertex. Then we will search for the undiscovered edges. If the undiscovered edge has an unvisited vertex, we will discover that edge, we will visit that vertex. And if that unvisited edge, undiscovered edge has a visited vertex, then I will simply backtrack. Fine. And at the last, when any vertex has no undiscovered edges and nothing, so we will simply keep on backtracking to the parent of that vertex. And once we have backtracked and we have reached the starting vertex, we will stop. Just using from where I have backtracked, the same, suppose from E to D, D to C, C to B, and B to A. This is the path of my backtrack. Then the entire path of visiting this DFS algorithm was A, B, C, D, E. This is the concept. Fine. So this was where I was saying yesterday, and just it stopped in the middle. So all the participants who are present, please kindly write your name in the chat box so that the attendance can be given. Okay. Everyone, please write your name. After writing your name, you may leave this class. Everyone, please write your name in the chat box. Yes, for the attendance. And after writing the name, you may leave the class. Those who have given their attendance, they may leave the class. Okay, thank you so much for just attending this class so that